Hey, how's your day been going?
My day?
Yeah.
It's been pretty dang good. Started off, went to the doc to see if I had strep throat. He sent off the culture, so my throat is killing me. I got big, freaking huge lymph nodes are swollen right there. Hopefully I don't have strep. But I was like, you know what? I can stay in bed or I can get moving. And went and shot an awesome arm workout with Callum, James, his camera guy, and Callum's sister, Anne. She's a doll. I love Australians. They're all Australians. Love the way they talk. And now I'm heading off to film, or not film, to give a mastermind talk with Lewis Howes with all of his the people in his mastermind seminar stuff. So stopped at Chick-fil-A after I got worked out. After my workout, tracked my macros at the gas station now. A lot better than sitting in bed all day, that's for dang sure. It's sun shining too. Can't beat California in February, January. Alright, let's head in. I guess this is where Lewis, there are high rollers on Sunset Boulevard, Sunset Strip. I don't even know what this road's called. I never come to this part of LA. Oh, they got pretzels though? And cookies? I'm just gonna be like, yo guys, I just came from filming an awesome arm trainer with my buddy Callum, so I should probably... Oh, I have my keys still. That happens every day. To give a little talk with my buddy Lewis Howes. Giving a talk with my buddy Lewis Howes to his mastermind group here. Filming, more filming, talks, trainers, doing the whole thing. Chairman's filming it all. Oh, this is it. This is it. I will hug it because I don't care about it. We just filmed the trainer, so we just filmed the whole workout, sick workout too. So we've been going, going. Today. So I'm here.
How to break through the trainer, baby.
We're just getting through it.
Dude, I appreciate you so much, man. Easy. I know you're busy. I know you're traveling.
A little nervous. Quite the group of people in here. So we're at Lewis's mastermind events. He's taken about 35 individuals on, and he is their mentor. And they meet 3 times a year, as well as doing monthly phone calls and Skype sessions. And today I have the opportunity to talk to him a little bit about social media.
I think 1.5 million on Instagram, millions on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere else online, and just his engagement is so powerful. I went to the LA Fit Expo a couple weeks back, and I start walking through this madness of, you know, fitness professionals everywhere. And then there's one place I go to, or I walk to, and you can't get anywhere because it's literally swarms of thousands of people. And so I'm like, what is this line? And so I start walking down the line. I'm like, what? I can't even see like what they're trying to see. And so I keep walking around a whole booth, wrapped around this whole booth, and I finally see Steve Cook standing there like shaking everyone's hand and smiling and saying hi. And the power of social media, what it's done for him, is built an incredible 7-figure business, sponsorship opportunities, course opportunities, clothing lines, gyms, supplements. Like, he's just built an empire around his personal brand. So he's here to talk to us today about how he's done it and how you guys can do it as well. So let's give it up for Steve Cook.
I'm gonna start bringing you everywhere. That's good, man. That was a really nice intro. I'll start bringing you everywhere with me. But yeah, I'm Steve, and I don't know if I can live up to everything you just said. But yeah, I'm in the fitness industry. I'm really passionate about what I'm doing. So passionate and so enthusiastic. I actually just came from the gym. So, you know, we have intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, and you know, the extrinsic motivations, you know, you want to look good. You want people to say, oh, you know, you're the following on Instagram. You want people to comment there. And you have that intrinsic, which, you know, it goes so much deeper. And helping people out, having a father that's lost a bunch of weight, wanting to play with your kids. I wanted to really be able to benefit people. I was fortunate enough to
be with a company. I won a spokesmodel search for a company called bodybuilding.com. Big company that did a lot for people in the supplement world and also gave a lot of free information to them. So I did a couple trainers with them where nutrition, exercise, we gave it to people with the hopes that they would buy the supplements on the site through one of my supplement sponsors. I loved seeing the progress that people went through on that. You know, when I go to post something, when I go to send something, is it adding value? What is the messaging behind it? I just don't want to post just to make me feel good at the end of the day. That is very dangerous. So you have that balance and everything. But I think that, you know, so you have the applesauce, and then I like to say you have the carrots and the peas that you hide in the applesauce for people, you know, as we do that with kids, you hide in the good stuff. So this kind of, my Instagram, I would say, you know, gets people to get the eyeballs, and then it's about going deeper. It's about the deeper message and really what you're promoting, that health, about, you know, what is it that you want people to take away from you long term and think, you know what, he might look a little douchey, but, and I can own that. There's going to be a little bit of douchiness, and I can own that. But they leave thinking, I'm better off for watching that or being a part of that. And you know, I did a amazing podcast with Lewis where, you know, he's such a great interviewer, but really about masculinity. And in there, you know, delving into a lot of these topics that I think guys face, and even issues that women can really relate to. I think it's important to talk about these things. And I think as a male in my industry, there's a lot of egos, there's a lot of macho, there's a lot of, you have to be this always right all the time. It's black and white, I'm right, you're wrong. And you know, for me, it's always something that I want to include people in. I want people to look at me and think, you know, if Steve did it, I can do it. I want to be attainable, but I also want to be somebody that at the end of the day makes other people feel like they are important. When I was first getting started in this industry, I was still working at a restaurant. I went back to school after I got divorced, and while I was getting ready for competitions, I finished my degree as a biology, psychology major, and I signed with like bodybuilding.com and Optimum Nutrition. They're a big billion-dollar company, and I traveled around the world. I said, send me anywhere you guys can think of. I want to go and I want to put in the miles. They were paying me $500 a month and giving me $500 in free supplements at the time. But I said, I want to meet people out there. I want to go to all these different locations around the world. And I want to physically touch people. I want to hug people. I want them to feel like I can relate to what they're going through and really just hear them out. So when I go to these events, and we do about 12 to 15 of them around the globe a year, I always try to talk about what it is, what problem can I help them solve? What problem is it that they're facing? What is it that they are yearning for? Where are they lacking in their life? And I think that a lot of times, you know, we only get sometimes a 1 minute interaction because we got to be quick about things. But people, I always want them to leave with that personal touch that, like, Steve, if nothing else, he listened to me. You know, I always introduce myself when people come up, and because that's how I saw it being done by a couple of the other people when I first started in the industry that I really looked up to and respected. I kind of just sat by, and when I was first starting out, and I just looked at the things I liked. The fitness industry can be a pretty self-centered place. I was fortunate enough to have some really good people, some good mentors that I would watch closely and really just learn from. Me for the future, you know, I kind of talked on what I wanted to do with different brands out there. So we do YouTube, and for me the biggest thing I could even probably learn from some of you guys in here is how to build a team around you, how to trust something that you built, especially a personal brand. At the end of the day, like, I was the guy walking around with a camera vlogging myself 5 years ago, watching other people out there do it, and then to all of a sudden trust that with somebody else, to trust that with another person where you're going to give them some creative control, a content creator. How do you go from just a one-man band to a full-fledged company? And it really boils down to finding people out there that you really can trust. And that's kind of where I'm at in my own brand. You know, I saw how I'm killing myself. I'm no longer concentrating on content. If you are your personal brand, the best thing you guys can do is concentrate on content, that long-term vision of what you want your business and company to be like, and just invest heavily into interaction, engagement with fans, and then I'd never call them fans, followers, and then really getting into content. What is it that you want your brand to speak to? Does anyone want to do any questions? I think that's kind of me in a nutshell. But you can talk about, how many people in here do YouTube? Ish? I think YouTube, I think YouTube is kind of the wave of, obviously it's had huge success, but people aren't really watching TV like they do anymore. So if you are your personal brand out there, definitely invest into YouTube. But again, it has to be something that you're comfortable with. It has to be you looking at, am I okay with talking on the camera? We all have to play into our strengths, and that's where that passion comes in. If you're a personal brand, you yourself, what is it? Is it a podcast? Is it that you really want to go full-fledged into? Is it Instagram? Is it Twitter? And as you grow, you have people out there that are helping you doing all of that. Consistent content is king.
So what would you say was the #1 thing that got you to like over 1 million followers? That's incredible. So, what took you there? And then second part of that is, what percentage of that would you say are like your ride or diers? Like they're not just there, like they're literally like, they're commenting, they're engaged, they will, purchase anything that you put out there, they love you, body, heart, and soul.
Yeah, it's a good question. The thing that, I wouldn't say there was any one thing that pushed, really it's been consistent.
Sure.
It's getting people to know, I heard you guys talking about what's your niche. It's really focusing in on that crowd. My crowd is males,
sure.
80% male on Instagram, ages 18 to 28. And for me, again, it's the applesauce and peas and carrots in there. I could be that guy that, was lifting girls in bikinis and things like that. But at the end of the day, I really want to be able to go home and feel like I'm providing some sort of real deal information and education to those people. And I think that just going out there and staying true to my brand, and when it's not always popular, but it's right,
sure.
You stay consistent with that, people slowly build on that. It's that compounding effect where, I always love the posts, like the one we did on Instagram, it was more funny. You show different aspects. People might think, again, looking in the gym, you're lifting weights, you look a certain way, it might be unapproachable, might be downright douchey, but switching it up and doing a lighter side, showing really just my personality. People might not like, people might think I'm a goofball. I want that. I want people to really feel like they know me and they can relate to me.
One final question, last question for Steve, go ahead.
You start. Well, first off, I have a sore throat tincture that I brought. You should definitely do it.
Yeah.
Make it to where you don't have to go on antibiotics.
Really?
Yeah. It works that good.
Doctor.
So, the other thing I'm just wondering, I really think so much of our power comes in our daily habits, these little things that we do every day. So I'm just curious of things that you do that you feel like really have made a massive difference in your life.
So I'll tell you what, I think for me, so we started talking about meditating. I have a meditating app that I follow, Ramwad. So I practice, I try to stretch, and then also kind of start my day off with some meditating. I really feel like in my day when I don't do that, I honestly am just, I'm uptight. I'm a little bit more, and I'm just closed off. I'm in my head, but when I meditate, I actually feel like I'm able to get out of my own head because I've had that time in the morning to kind of center myself, and then I'm able to give other people more of my energy and things like that.
Awesome, guys. Let's give it up for Steve. Steve will stick around for the next 15 minutes, answer any questions you guys have individually. He'll hang out over here if you want to take photos or just hang out. He'll be over here. We'll take a 15-minute break, grab some water, move around. We'll open up the door out here, get some fresh air, go to the restroom, and we'll be back in 15 minutes.
I'm a little sick.
Guys are always the biggest wimps.
I'm in. I'm so in. Wait, so what are you doing right now?
So I'm making a shot for Steve. He's, saying he has some immune stuff going on, a sore throat, so I'm going to do some extra immune support. Vitamin A especially is really antiviral, and vitamin D, same thing. So they're just both going to help really boost his immune system to knock this thing out naturally. That's always the goal.
And these aren't steroids, right?
They're not steroids. El Natural, baby.
Oh, I like how it's light and bright.
Yeah. You're like, I'm so impressed with my photo skills.
I would love to throw a filter on there.
No.
I'm taking your job.
No,
I'm taking the job over. Watch out, Chandler. I'm taking your job.
So it's been a long day, and I did start off the day at the doctor.
You ready?
Fortunately, we have a doctor, just by happen chance, we have a doctor here. I'm gonna get a shot. That needle looks huge!
Oh my god. But your courage is huge.
Wait, take it off. See how big it is.
Chandler, will you hold my hand?
It is not that big.
That's going in my butt?
Yeah. You're gonna feel so much better and you won't have to go on antibiotics.
And what's in it?
Yeah,
So
what's
we
in
have
it?
vitamin A. So vitamin A is very antiviral. We also have extra vitamin D, which is a potent immune booster as well, and also your B vitamins to help your immune system kind of.
I can only imagine the comments right now in this video. So think them, say them out loud. Don't write them, please. Please, I'm begging you guys. All right, we're gonna go around the corner, and I'm gonna get a shot in my tush. Where's my? Do I need to snap?
Go and take a breath in.
Snap it.
I'm on it.
Breathe.
Kelly Clarkson, I can feel it.
Just relax.
She's squeezing my tush.
You doing okay?
I'm doing great.
Very good. You're doing great. You're almost done.
He's got it.
3, 2.
I feel better
There
already.
you go.
Probably because the needle's out.
Drink some water afterwards so you stay hydrated.
Thank you so much. If you guys ever want that done, head down to Orange County, no, San Diego.
Yep, we're at Shine Natural Medicine, and I'm Dr. Noel. And you're gonna be feeling better in no time.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Look at that. Come to talk, and now I'm getting a gift. I just got pretty much a what is it? A departing gift for this thing.
Yes.
So thank you, Lewis.
You're welcome.